Yeah, really, for both y'all, I guess starting off with Cydney, with some of the stuff that y'all have gone through early in the season, maybe things not going, as smoothly as you would have liked at the plate, especially. How have you been able to sort of fight through that and come out of it, on the other side?
Just playing free, honestly. Like, I felt myself a little this weekend, like just not really thinking about anything and just going for it. Like, I feel like that's when I play at my best. So I think that's something I should be doing going forth, and I think we'll see a big difference.
Yeah, just going back to the basics of like this game, we're gonna fail more than we're gonna succeed, and kind of putting that in the back of your head, like, hey, let's have a good process and let's go through the things that you need to do off the field, and then prepare it so that when we're on the field, it's ready to go. But adversity is a big thing in this game, and if we can get those early struggles on early, then it will work out later in the year for us. So.
And then a quick follow-up for you, Cydney. One of the things that Patty just talked about was that you were still able to, even when you weren't getting rewarded with hits, still able to put together good at-bats, draw walks, things like that. What do you feel like's been the key to that, and how important has that been in, turning things around, you feel like?
I feel like I've tried to have a really good eye at the plate, just getting on base whenever I can for my team. I finally was able to hit the ball this weekend, so it was fun. I don't know, it was like a different story from the previous weeks, but I like walks too. They're just as good as a hit. So.
And then you get rewarded with that 3-run double.
That
was
perfect.
Appreciate it.
Ryan Chapman.
For both of you, you're both veterans and understand like the ebbs and flows of a season. How hard is it though when like the slower start is like right out of the gate as opposed to having a scorch in like first 3 weeks and then a dip and then like riding that?
Yeah, I think honestly, like, we're not really looking for us to be perfect right now in this time of the year. So I think those adversity moments are really good for us as a team, just to know like how we are. And I think the best teams know how to fight back from adversity. And I think those are the ones that make it at the end, are the ones that know how to deal with those pressure moments and maybe not it coming out in the way that we wanted it to. So that's a big thing for like me personally. I think everyone on my team I can speak for, we like when we're kind of getting hit and we're not just always just at the top at 24/7. It's kind of hard to live there. So knowing that we know how to bounce back is like a big key for us for later on in the road.
And you also just kind of learn from everything. Like, not everything is just a bad thing. Like, this is something we can learn from and take it into the next game and the next game. Like, we learn from every game. So I feel like this will be a good thing for us going forward.
How much of like a reset button was Sunday? Like, you can put subconsciously whatever streak behind you, start over, like that kind of thing, to be able to roll through and keep improving.
Yeah, I think it keeps us free, honestly. I mean, we weren't really worried about the streak or whatever was going on with that, but you just have to tip our caps to Louisiana. They had a really good game, and I think that really just like kind of put a fire under our team, and I think it's going to help us in the long run, like Sid was saying. So, I mean, you reset every game, and I mean, it's hard to go out day in, day out and just perform at your best. So I think it's really good for us that we kind of got hit back in the face and we know how to respond. So it's going to be exciting to see what this team does for sure.
And this is for both of you. You go into each game and you're not sure if you're in the starting lineup. So it's just sort of mentally, how is it tough to stay mentally ready at all times and just that type of challenge?
I would say you just kind of got to go up there and swing, honestly. Like, if you swing, good things will happen. And I feel like that's what everyone here does when they come off the bench. They just go in there and hit. Like, for Lud example, she goes in there and you always see her getting on base. So I don't think it's like a super big mind game. I feel like if you just go up there and swing, like, you're going to be okay. Like, if you're doing that, like I said, just play free, we'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. It can be hard at times, but I think the biggest thing is our coaches prepare us so well in practice that we actually, all of us are always prepared at that moment, because in games or even at practice, we'll be up 3-2 count, like, hey, bases loaded, top of 7, you're up 2-2 count, what are you going to do about it? So I think when that goes to in the game, that we're ready for that moment, no matter who it is. And everyone in our lineup, on our bench, on the field can do it. So it's kind of awesome how you can just pick whoever you want on the bench and they're going to get it done. And we have that faith in them for sure. So, yeah.
James?
What kind of hitting background
is Love Field? I mean, is it a good hitter's eye for you guys when you're up there? Is it a good hitter's park?
I say it plays
Yeah,
really
I was-
good for hitters.
I would say it's definitely a hitter's game over there. We're still getting used to the field, and it's awesome. It's beautiful. But I would say it's definitely in our favor, so that's a good thing.
You thought so, Sid?
Yeah, wind's blowing. Yes, you can touch the ball and it'll fly. So it's amazing.
Big 12 starts this week. Any different thoughts about, conference games and things like that?
Yeah, we're super excited. I think kind of dying down to one game a day is going to be really helpful just for us to kind of figure out what are we doing day in, day out, and we can lock in on that one game for that day. So, and especially for me being a senior, I'm kind of soaking it in. It's my last first start of my conference, so I'm excited and I'm just ready to have fun and play with my teammates, and the best is the best. So, yeah.
And this is where competition gets tougher and tougher. So we're just gonna keep building and building each game. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm just excited.
Jesse, you guys talked about hitting at Lowe's Field, but maybe the fielding part of it. What was the adjustment, getting comfortable there, and how important was the weekend maybe in terms of just getting used to the way it plays?
Probably just seeing how the ball flies from a defensive perspective, like balls that were shot up to me ended up that second. So just figuring that out, I feel like that adjustment will be made this previous weekend. Yeah, I don't know. I'm ready. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we obviously didn't get to touch the field and actually take reps when it happened, but I think once we're getting more comfortable with it, it's going to be definitely our ballpark, and we're excited to own that field and show the world Love's Field's the best field in the country. So yeah.
Anything else? Ryan.
Yeah, Alynah, you talk about adjusting to playing on the field. You played so many different places on it. How difficult is that to get thrown into a new environment like that you haven't played in, and having to make those reads from different spots and things like that?
Yeah, I would say it goes back to practice. I mean, I take reps everywhere on the field, so I think my preparation for it, our coaches are very good about putting us in tough positions and situations during practice, so that in the game I'm actually not worried at all. So if anything, I'm practice is where I need to figure that out. So yeah, it was definitely an adjustment just because that was our first time playing on it, but just like everybody else. And I'm super big on not overthinking anything. So when I go out there, I'm just okay, ball comes to me, field the ball, throw one, let's get it done and have our pitchers back for sure.
We're ready to get some more reps over there and feel a little bit more comfortable with
Yeah,
it.
for sure, yeah.
How much different are the pop-ups to shallow the outfield when the ball breaks the plane of the overhang into the wind? Is that something that you notice immediately when that happens?
Yeah, I would say the first one was in between us. I definitely felt that because it started a little bit shallow and then it started going. So yeah, just we kind of felt the right side. It was not always, when pop-ups go straight up, they kind of stay in that place. They kept going. So just reading that off the bat, kind of communicating with whoever's in right field at that point, just hey, this is anyone's ball and stay on it type thing.
Is it just a more communication, just hey, everyone?
Yeah, it
Cool.
could be my ball, Boone's ball, or
Yeah,
Alynah's.
but that's the thing. In practice, we practice that. So
Yeah.
once we can start fully practicing on Love's Field, we're good. So yeah.